The Grand Harbor restaurant was known for three things: impossible to get reservations, Michelin-starred cuisine, and an unwritten rule among the serving staff: never take table 12 when Adrian Blackwell was sitting there. Adrian Blackwell, 42, CEO of Blackwell Industries, worth approximately $2 billion, dined at the Grand Harbor every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Same table, same expensive wine, same reputation for being the worst customer in the city's entire restaurant scene. He sent back dishes for invisible flaws. He criticized everything from plate temperature to the angle of the silverware. He left scathing online reviews if service didn't meet his impossible standards. He'd gotten 3 servers fired over minor mistakes. His tips were generous when things went perfectly, but perfection was something he defined so narrowly that no one had achieved it in 2 years. The serving staff had developed a system. Whoever was newest, or whoever had messed up that week and was being punished, got assigned to Adrian Blackwell's table. It was considered the worst shift in the restaurant. Tonight, that person was supposed to be Marcus, a server who'd been late twice this week. But Marcus had called in sick at the last minute, leaving the manager scrambling. "Someone has to take table 12, Gerald," the floor manager said desperately. Blackwell just sat down. "Who's available?" The experienced servers suddenly became very busy with their current tables. No one met Gerald's eyes. "I'll take it," a voice said. Everyone turned. Sophia Reyes stood there, 28 years old, on her 3rd day at the Grand Harbor. She'd transferred from a small family restaurant across town that had closed due to rising rent. She needed this job desperately. She was a single mother to a 5-year-old daughter, working nights while studying for her paralegal certification during the day. "You don't understand," Gerald said. "That's Adrian Blackwell. He's difficult. I've worked difficult tables before," Sophia said calmly. "I can handle it." "No, you really can't," another server named Jessica whispered. "He got 3 people fired last month. He'll find something wrong with everything. He'll complain to management. Your 3rd day will be your last day. Then it'll be my last day," Sophia said. "But someone has to serve him and I need the hours. I'll take table 12. Gerald looked relieved despite his concerns. "Okay, but don't say I didn't warn you. And don't take anything he says personally. He's equally terrible to everyone." Sophia approached table 12 with her notepad and her best professional smile. Adrian Blackwell sat reading something on his tablet, his expression already set in lines of displeasure with the world. "Good evening, sir. My name is Sophia and I'll be your server tonight. Can I start you with something to drink?" Adrian looked up, assessed her in one cold glance and said, "You're new." "Yes, sir. This is my 3rd day." "Wonderful," Adrian said flatly. "That means you'll make mistakes and I'll have to send food back multiple times before it's acceptable. Let's start with this. I want the 2015 Bordeaux, but your wine glasses are always slightly warm, which ruins the temperature. Bring the glass in an ice bath for exactly 45 seconds before pouring. Not 30 seconds, not a minute, 45. "Yes, sir," Sophia said, writing it down. "I want the seared scallops as an appetizer, but your chef always overcooks them. Tell him 1 minute 45 seconds per side at high heat, then remove from heat immediately. They should be barely translucent in the center. If they're opaque all the way through, I'm sending them back." "Understood, sir. 1 minute 45 seconds per side. And I want the filet mignon, medium rare, which here seems to mean anything from raw to well done depending on who's cooking. Medium rare is a warm red center at 130 degrees Fahrenheit. Not 125, not 135. Exactly 130. Have the chef use a thermometer." Sophia continued writing. When Adrian paused, she said calmly, "Is there anything else you'd like to specify about your meal preparation, sir?" Adrian looked at her more closely, as if seeing her for the first time. Most servers argued with him at this point, or got flustered. She was just taking notes. The vegetables should be al dente. The potatoes should have a crispy exterior and fluffy interior. The sauce should be on the side, not over the meat. And when you bring the bread basket, include only the rosemary focaccia, no other varieties. Rosemary focaccia only. Got it. Sophia finished writing. I'll put this order in right away. Your wine will be at your table in 5 minutes with the glass properly chilled. She walked away before Adrian could add anything else. In the kitchen, she found the head chef, a temperamental man named Antoine, who did not appreciate servers telling him how to cook. Antoine, I have specific instructions from table 12. Blackwell. Antoine said the name like a curse. What does the tyrant want now? Sophia read the specifications. Antoine's face turned red. He wants me to use a thermometer? I've been cooking for 30 years. I know when a steak is 130 degrees. I'm sure you do, Sophia said calmly, but he's requested a thermometer, and honestly, it guarantees we get it exactly right the first time. No sending it back, no complaints, no problems. Antoine stared at her. You're actually going to follow all his ridiculous demands? He's paying $300 for this meal, Sophia said. If he wants to specify exactly how it's prepared, that's his right as a customer. We can either fight it and make everyone miserable, or we can just do it his way and make it perfect the first time. She turned to the sommelier. I need the 2015 Bordeaux, and I need the glass chilled in an ice bath for exactly 45 seconds before pouring. Can you time it? The sommelier, intrigued by her approach, nodded. I'll get my timer. 45 minutes later, Adrian Blackwell's meal was perfect. The wine glass was precisely chilled. The scallops were seared exactly 1 minute 45 seconds per side, barely translucent in the center. The fillet was 130 degrees Fahrenheit, measured with a thermometer. The vegetables were al dente. The potatoes were crispy outside and fluffy inside. The sauce was on the side. The breadbasket contained only rosemary focaccia. Sophia placed each item exactly where it should be on the table, following the fine dining protocols she'd learned at her previous restaurant. Adrian cut into his fillet, chewed. His expression didn't change, but he didn't send it back. He tried the scallops. Perfect sear. Correct texture. He sipped the wine. Ideal temperature. He looked up at Sophia, who stood at a respectful distance, attentive but not hovering. This is acceptable, Adrian said. From him, it was the highest praise imaginable. The other servers watching from across the room looked shocked. I'm glad everything meets your standards, sir, Sophia said. Is there anything else you need? No, Adrian said. Then, after a pause, actually, yes. Sit down. Sophia blinked. Sir, sit, for a moment. I want to ask you something. Sophia glanced at Gerald, who nodded, looking confused. She sat across from Adrian at table 12. You're the first server in 2 years who's actually listened to what I wanted instead of arguing or getting offended, Adrian said. Why? Because you're the customer, Sophia said simply. You're paying for a service. You have preferences. It's my job to accommodate them if they're reasonable. Your requests were specific but not impossible, so I made sure they were followed exactly. Most servers tell me I'm too demanding, too difficult, that I should just accept however the chef prefers to cook. With respect, sir, that's not good service. Good service means giving the customer what they want, how they want it, as long as it's within reason. You didn't ask for anything unreasonable. You just asked for precision. Adrian studied her. You're different from the other servers here. Where did you work before? A family restaurant called Rosa's. My mother's place, actually. We closed 3 weeks ago because we couldn't afford the rent increase. And yet you learned fine dining service? My mother believed in doing things correctly, Sophia said. She taught me that every customer deserves respect and attention, whether they're spending $10 or $300. The price doesn't change the principle. Adrian was quiet for a moment. What do you do during the day? You're working nights here. I'm studying to be a paralegal. Online courses. My daughter is 5. She's in kindergarten during the day. I study while she's at school, work here at night. My neighbor watches her in the evenings. That's a brutal schedule. It's temporary, Sophia said. I'll finish my certification in 6 months. Then I can get a day job with better pay and spend evenings with my daughter. This is just what I need to do right now. Adrian made a decision. I own a law firm, Blackwell Legal Group. We need paralegals. When you finish your certification, call my office. There's a position waiting for you. Sophia stared at him. Sir, that's very generous, but It's not generosity, it's recognition of competence. You did something tonight that no one else here has managed to do in 2 years. You listened, you executed perfectly, and you did it without complaint or attitude. That's the kind of employee I want in my companies. He pulled out a business card. Call when you're certified. The job is yours. For the next 6 months, every Tuesday at 7 p.m., Sophia served Adrian Blackwell at table 12. Every week, the meal was perfect. Every week, they talked briefly, and Adrian learned more about her life, her daughter Emma, her determination to build a better future. And every week, the other servers watched in amazement as the impossible customer became, with Sophia, almost pleasant. When Sophia completed her paralegal certification, she called the number on Adrian's card. She was hired immediately at Blackwell Legal Group. The salary was twice what she'd hoped for, with full benefits and flexible hours that let her pick up Emma from school. On her first day at the law firm, Adrian called her into his office. "I want to tell you something," Adrian said. "For 2 years, I was the customer no one wanted to serve. I was demanding, critical, impossible to please. Do you know why? No, sir, because my wife died 3 years ago. Cancer. I watched her suffer through treatments that didn't work, saw her decline, and couldn't do anything to help her. After she died, I became obsessed with control. If I couldn't control the big things, the life and death things, then I'd control every tiny detail of everything else. The temperature of wine glasses, the cooking time of scallops. Everything." He paused. "You were the first person who didn't argue with my need for control, who just accommodated it without judgment. And in doing that, you taught me something, that it's okay to have standards, but it's not okay to use those standards to make other people miserable. I just did my job, sir." "No," Adrian said. "You did it with grace. And that made all the difference. So thank you for treating a difficult man with kindness. And welcome to Blackwell Legal Group. I think you're going to do very well here." 5 years later, Sophia was a senior paralegal at Blackwell Legal Group, managing a team of 6. Emma was 10 and thriving. And every year on the anniversary of her first day at the Grand Harbor, Sophia and Adrian had dinner at table 12. Not as employer and employee, but as friends. 2 people who'd met in an unlikely moment and taught each other valuable lessons about grace under pressure and the importance of second chances. If this story resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more stories about treating difficult situations with grace and professionalism. Comment below about a time you turned a difficult customer or situation into an opportunity. Your story might inspire someone facing a challenging work situation today.